part 2 of the Hobao DC 1 build. Get the transfer case put together. I'm going to take some pictures of the frame and the other components to put the chassis together. I don't have enough room to film it on my phone. Get it put together, and when we get back to putting the transmission and the transfer case in the frame, I'll come back and show everybody how that's going. So on to our transfer case. I've already put the gears 14 tooth on each shaft, single pin, for the output off the transmission. Got our double stack cluster gear and our double output shaft that eventually our drive shafts will connect to. Get these greased up and slap them in the case. Alright, got our transfer case gears all greased up, everything spins free. Put these cases back together and bolt everything down, get it ready to put. Alright guys, this is everything for the chassis build that we're getting ready to start. Everything out of bag 3. We got these beautiful CNC cut aluminum thick heavy duty chassis rails, Delrin skid plate, rear floor pan, all of our cross members, front floorboards, CNC aluminum lower links, shock towers, and a whole lot of other stuff going on in this step. I don't think I could capture it very well on video, building these chassis rails and getting them put together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the chassis rails put together, get the cross members in, and we're ready to start putting in our transmission, transfer case, and everything we assembled in the last steps. I'll cut back and get that done. Alright guys, I'm back. Got the entire chassis built. All these CNC chassis rails put together. Skid plate, rear floorboard, servo mount, front bumper mount, rear bumper mount. This thing is massive and it had a ton of screws. There's no way I could have built it on camera and showed you guys anything. Get the CNC pockets for this motor to drop into. So I'm going to get started on bolting this in. I mean, it literally drops right in. It's all keyed in place. Start getting the screws put in for that. Get our nice little scale transfer case bolted in its little home. Get the drive shaft between the two hooked up. And come back after we get that done and give you another update. Holler at y'all later. Bye. Alright guys, we got motor and transmission mounted in this frame. We have a nice aluminum link connecting to our transfer case. Got all of our suspension links done, our stub outputs for our drive shafts. I thought this was kind of cool. I don't know if it'll end up just being a cheesy gimmick, but it's got these little brass slider wheels to help get over any hung up rocks. I did build the links and everything off camera. I figured you guys want to watch me sit here and thread a bunch of links together. Got them put on. We have 4-link rear suspension, 3-link front. And our next step will be getting these floorboards, running boards, and the radio tray put together. And that will be the end of step 3, or bag 3, once we get all that accomplished. So far, I'm fairly impressed with the truck. Everything is way overbuilt for what it is. They have huge front bumper mounts, no flex, zero play in the transmission. You can definitely tell that they build race buggies before they designed and built this trail truck. The thing falls together. Now, I will cut this, get back. Like I said, once I get started on the interior, I'll get everything laid out, and I'll try and do more thorough on the smaller pieces of it before we can start connecting it all back to the frame. After we get this interior done, the next big video, it'll be a separate video. It will be the start of the build of the axles, which, reading through, look pretty nice and beefy. We'll find out what we'll put them together. Alright, we're back. I did go ahead and put the floorboards together. There wasn't much to them. Put the rocker panel on, slide it into the floor pan, put 2 screws in it. That was pretty much it for that floorboard. This floorboard was a little more interesting. And we got our speed control, our shift servo for our 2-speed, our very nicely sealed radio box. It's got double gaskets. It's got a gasket for all your leads coming in and out. And it's got a gasket around the top, so it should keep the electronics fairly safe. For those who haven't ever set up any kind of electronics, let me grab a battery. one thing you do want to do, this cannot get plugged in. Thing you want to make sure you do before you go bolting anything together with servo horns or anything else, turn the radio on, power up our receiver. But you want to make sure that all your servos are centered. So we want all of our trims on the radio at neutral and everything else. Now, this Tactic TTX 300, I'm going to do a separate video on how to program it. But we do have toggle switch to control our 3-speed train or our 2-speed transmission. It is programmable and adjustable. Forward, back, and that's all we need that servo to do. So I will get these mounted onto the frame, and that'll be it for the last of this step and the end of this video after I get all this bolted onto the chassis and get some good shots of how everything's lined up. Alright guys, we got floorboards connected to our chassis rails. This thing is starting to get really heavy. Our 2-speed shift linkage hooked up. Floorboards in, speed control mounted. Receivers in our receiver box. The only thing we got left to do really for our electronics is get our steering servo in. Like I said, this chassis is just beefy and a beast. This is a fairly large sized truck. Once I get it a little farther put together, I'll compare it to my Red Cat chassis just to show you guys the difference. Sorry about the dog. But yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. I think this will be the end for this video. I'll get started on when I get back to doing the axles. I will come in when we do them. I will build the front one on camera because they look like they're nice, beefy axles. Remember to click like and subscribe, and I'll be back.